it's Devin from IdeaCandy here. I'm going to start a series of tutorials to help you guys get to know Final Cut Pro X a little better. The tutorial I'm going to do today is making something look more cinematic. So it's an ordinary piece of footage. I want to make it look more cinematic, and I also want to slightly touch on color grading. So let's play this. You can see it's a very dull, boring piece of footage. It's very static, there's no movement. So what we're going to be doing is letterboxing it, putting in a keyframe, and then color grading it slightly. So first things first, we want to add a letterbox effect here. So I've just gone to the effects panel, typed out letterbox appears. We're going to drag that onto our project. And as you can see over here, slight borders appeared. But I don't think that's big enough. So we're going to come here to aspect ratio. It's currently sitting on 1.85 to 1. We want to change it to 2.55 to 1. And already that looks way better, a lot more cinematic, something that you'd see in the cinema house. And now to add a keyframe to this, because if you play here, it looks a lot better, but again, no movement. You're going to take your cursor to the very start. We want to offset this, bring it all the way to the left because I want to pan down. Click here to start your keyframe, and because our footage is only 6 seconds, I want to end the keyframe or end the movement at about 4 seconds. So let's take it back there. And the nice thing about this, as soon as you offset it, it creates the keyframe for you. So I want it to drop about there. Okay, so already that's going to create that transition. And now if I move back, as you can see here, it's very cold. It's blue hues, slightly touching on yellow, but I want to make it look more yellow, more orange, more inviting. So when I think about an afternoon at the beach, I want it to be warm and inviting. So still on your effects panel, we want to do a color correction. So type out color. Over here, color correction, drag and drop that onto your project. There we go. Click on your color board and color. We're going to change the color. Now, for color, I don't like using the global, just because as soon as you move this down, it changes the color of the project as a whole, which we don't want to do. So we're just going to be working with shadows, midtones, highlights. So on your shadows, bring it down slightly, midtones, down slightly, highlights, down slightly. And as you can see, it's already started to warm up, but I still don't like that. And just remember that it is project specific, especially color grading. You've got a choice of how you want your project to look like. Now, in saturation is the only time I'll ever use global, just because I want a continuous look and feel. So raising the saturation, if you can see, it's already starting to bring out those oranges and yellow. I'm happy with that. Already that looks 10 times better. Exposure, now because it's afternoon, I want it to look a little bit darker. So again, for exposure, I'm not going to work with global, just the shadows, midtones, and highlights, and I'm going to bring each of them down slightly. Down, down, down. And there you have it. So now, it's also very important, let's just render this. For a project, you need to have music that fits in with the scene. So I've chosen this music called Spring Sunshine. Drag and drop that. As you can see, it's really long, so we're just going to blade it here. Get rid of that. But also for your footage, I want to go to the transition panel, and I want it to fade to black. So you type out fade, fade to color, drag and drop that onto your footage, and now that'll give you the effect of slowly fading it to black. Now with music, because of this fade, I want the music to fade as well. So drag and drop this to the left. And there you have it. So let's see what it looks like. And there you have it, a quick and easy tutorial on how to make something look more cinematic, look more vibrant, and a lot more fun. If you have any other tutorials you'd like to learn about, let me know about them. Leave a comment below.